Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hey, now, Nova. This is the fallout of the book. And I'm telling you, that book better be put on sale. That is a book I will read cover to cover. Heck, probably for copyright, I can't do that on YouTube. But, oh, I want the book. Period. I want the book because I said, oh, if they release a book at the end of the season, I will read it cover to cover. Come on, Ava. Come on. This is my recap for episode 2 of season 4. Let's start things off with the obvious. If you didn't watch the episode, I'm going to spoil something really quick because this is going out of order. This entire episode, we kept seeing this older gentleman. I can't call him a gentleman. This older dude who we were trying to, I said, oh, I know who that is. Just because of the timing of it, not because of anything else, but just because of the timing of it, I thought, okay, this is definitely a family member. He's making his way down to where the Borlones are, which I was thinking, okay, it's either going to be an uncle or it's going to be Jimmy. It is Jimmy. Yes. Aunt Vi's ex-abusive husband is coming back in the fray. I'm sure he overheard how well she's doing, and I don't know if he's going to try and come take a piece of the pie. Literally, he is trash. Oh, I need a showdown. Hollywood, we give you full permission to do it. Murk him if you even have to. Do it. Ralph Angel can't do it. You better not do that legally. But Hollywood, come on now. Or you got some money. Pay some people to go and handle him. Have him go and pop up some. Oh, Charlie, you have some people pay. Micah, since Micah is now, rough and tough him. At this point, there's enough people to go mess this dude up. And it needs to happen quick. Like I said, I don't know if legally he has some type of claim, or if he overheard something about the book and got nervous, or if somehow he got a copy of the book. But what we do know is that he's coming back and he's treacherous, so it'll probably involve money and stuff. Like I said, we see him stop at this food place. We see him stop at a hotel. That's where the episode ends. Now let's get to let's get to all the B-line stuff. Darla is dating, and this guy was also, we don't know what his drug of choice was, but he also is a part of, I can't say Alcohol Anonymous, probably Narcotics Anonymous. And it's good that she has someone who she can freely talk to. And she had these googly eyes. She was just so happy. They went to this coffee place. That was their first date, or maybe their second date. And I'm happy for her. Things are progressing. Ralph Angel, he's also slowly dating. Remember the woman who has the young girl who maybe a little bit tomboyish, maybe. So the mom, ran into who, Ralph Angel, and they went out on a little casual date. They were having conversations, and she even brings up the fact that she's actually a public defender. And at first, I looked at Ralph Angel, I said, is that look because you didn't have a good public defender, or is it because you're shot and you really respect that? I don't know, but things progressed well after that. They even sat in the massage chairs, and Ralph Angel said he never had a massage before. I said, ooh, fair. That's fair. I could definitely see that. She's actually a farmer's girl as well. So they have a lot in common. They're both single parents. It's cool. It's nice. Their kids seem to get along because they actually met at a birthday party. Blue had a birthday party, and the girl is also friends with the same kid. Small world. That's how it happens, and that is real because that's how it happens in the real world. It's like a friend of a friend knows a friend, and so now we're so that's really where they initially reconnected. So it was meant to be. And he asked her out again, and she really likes that. I said, okay, I hope this book and Darla, all that doesn't derail it, because Darla did ask for him to keep Blue a little bit later. So when he was bringing Blue back, he saw Darla kissing the guy, and he felt a certain way, but there was much that he could do. And then he even talks to Darla later on, and they were trying to have a conversation about relationships. It wasn't working. And how can it work? Because they're two people who are, they still have feelings for each other. They still have feelings for each other, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. My fear is the information about Blue as well as the stuff that's about Darla, because Darla's in the book. That's something that we found out. Darla's in the book. I expected it, and it's in detail. It's in detail. Nova spared no expense, and she is so trifling for this, and it's disgusting. I don't care if it helps out. Anyway, that's their main stuff. Ralph Angel is talking to Charlie, and Charlie's just kind of hugging her brother like, we're gonna get through this. She's going to go and get a subpoena to have the book blocked. And I think Ralph Angel, as well as Charlie's man, actually told her, you know, maybe we can talk her out of it. But I do know Charlie's man at least talked to her and said, you know, I'm sure your sister had her reasons, but this is, and so maybe you can talk to her instead of just going the full legal route, because maybe there's something else there that can be salvaged. And so Charlie went in hopeful when she eventually talked to Nova. But before we get to all of that, let's talk about Micah coming back. And from the posters, what the heck was that? From the posters, we already saw that Micah had a different hairdo, and I was trying to figure out why it looked familiar. And it is basically kind of like Killmonger from Black Panther. I said, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And that was funny. And so he's here. He's woke. Apparently he went to a lot of activist seminars when he was in Paris. Apparently he wasn't on social media much. Micah is aware. I'm not going to use the word woke. He is very aware, and he's hyper aware now. Aunt Nova would be proud. Actually, Charlie was so thrown off by the hairstyle and by all of this. And she was just like, who? Because Micah already, even though he also has a soft voice, it wasn't, he didn't talk as deep before, and so now he's like this, and he's like, yeah. I said, who is that? Who is that? He's like, yeah. I said, what? Who is that? Who is that? Anyway, when Nova called him and was talking to him, and he got, and Charlie didn't want to talk to her. I said, oh boy, you just don't know. You just don't know, Micah. Now, where do you want to go next? Mike, let's just talk about Micah. So Micah, he goes and meets up with Kiki, and he doesn't seem like he's fully there. Like, he's happy to be with Kiki, but maybe he's not comfortable or interested being around these other dudes, because he was talking to his crew. Now remember, the guy who ended up initially starting the fire is currently in jail, so they weren't allowed to see him because they're not family. And so Micah's like, yeah, that's messed up. Well, I guess we gotta enjoy certain stuff on his behalf. And so that's when Kiki came, and Micah and Kiki, they went to this place just to hang out with everyone else. And we see Micah's prep school people that he used to go with. They're doing the 8 Mile M&M thing, like the traditional early 2000s. The jeans weren't as baggy, the clothes weren't as baggy, but that look of, okay, I'm white, but now I love hip hop, so now I dress a certain way. That's how his ex-friend or I should say ex-associate, was dressed and acting. And so his ex-associate, I think, was the one who said something about, oh, someone's been watching too much Black Panther, looking a little Killmongerish. And so even though it was funny, Micah, hyper-aware Micah, was not having it. Hyper-aware Micah felt like, oh, what you're not going to do is go and dress a certain way, now talk a certain way, and make fun of my culture that was all throughout a movie for everyone to enjoy. So he was like, what'd you say? And the other guy didn't back down. So Micah swung on him. I said, wait, what's going on here? And Kiki was trying to stop him, like, what are you doing? And then you see this guy come in like, Kiki, get out the way. This is a fight's gonna start. You don't want to be a part of that. And so then Micah got hit by the other guy, and I said, oh no, if he gets beat up, if he gets beat up after being the new and improved Micah. But no, Micah goes and swings on the second guy, beats him up. I said, wait, what is going on here? So then that's when he goes to Aunt Nova's, because he goes and lets her know, I did it because you have this guy who I know or knew, and he's trying to make fun of this culture. And I went to the seminar that you talked about, and they were discussing how, I think it was the beginning of an outsider taking over your culture is that same outsider belittling your culture and making you feel like it's less than, so that you don't have pride in it anymore, so they can come in and do whatever they want. I said, oh, wow, okay. And she said, you were paying attention. Okay. And because she felt like, because Micah felt like his mom isn't going to understand, she's going to be upset. I mean, she even had this weird look on her face when I had this hairstyle and all of that. You're growing up, and she's afraid because there's a lot going on. So Nova has the audacity to give Micah a copy of her book. She's like, this is the first book, official one. I said, oh God. Because she felt like, I feel like you'll understand. I'm thinking, love, even if he does, I don't think it's going to go the way that you think it is. And that's the problem. You're not seeing that this isn't just going to go the way that you'd hope it would. But all right, fine. Charlie eventually sees how Micah looks, and he gets home, because he gets home late. Of course, she's nervous, like, where is he? And she was highly upset, like, what are you doing? And he said, I'm not gonna let someone go and disrespect the culture and disrespect me. And he was making fun of my hair and trying to attribute to this and that. And so then Charlie was like, well, now speaking about the hair, the fighting, but about the hair, what happened to the high top? And he said, well, I want to do something different. What's the problem? Well, and he's like, is your problem that this hairstyle makes less people comfortable? And why do I need to conform to make other people comfortable? I said, oh my God. Speaking a word right now. Speaking a word. Now, obviously on some level, most of us do that, especially out in public. But yeah, I said, oh, because then that made me think of, I remember in college when I felt like I kind of wanted to grow my hair back out, but I wasn't sure what career path I was going to go in. And I was like, I know, like, the ignorance of some hiring people. So depending on what hairstyle I go with could really determine my short-term future. Long-term will have been fine. Short-term could have been an issue. And that's messed up, because it's not like I was going there with some like really artistic, like, okay, this is kind of doing a lot, and you just in general are doing a lot. But so I felt that when he said that, and I also understood that Charlie was just like, hey, I don't want you to be a target. If having a certain hairstyle means that you aren't a target, which is what her general point was, then yes. And I know you're not going to like me saying that. And so then he was like, but here's the thing, Mom, I just feel like you don't, I feel like you don't hear me. And the reason why he felt that way, well, I mean, history. But part of the issue was that he said, you don't realize this, but after that stuff happened last year, it actually turned out that Aunt Nova was the one who went and realized that I pissed myself, and she put her sweater over me so that no one else would see it. And so while you were arguing with Dad and more so focused on, you know, getting your frustrations out that way or whatnot, yeah, I was kind of, I felt like an afterthought. And so of course that broke Charlie, because that is her baby. That is her baby. Oh, so she had nothing to say after that, except for to go over to Nova's and tell Nova, look, you need to stop poisoning Micah's mind. This book is only going to make it worse. I read it. I read all of it, Nova. All of it. Ralph Angel only read part of it, but I read all of it. And so I know how bad it really is. And so then Nova, let me back up a little bit. Ralph Angel did go over to Nova's place, and he went there before the publicist came, and he was pissed, as he should have been. He was upset because he was like, how dare you go and put that in the book, Nova, and you're not even thinking, and he was like, you know what, forget me being your baby brother, forget all of that. Your nephew, you're gonna go and hurt your nephew by doing something like that? You're not even thinking. And she was like, I understand that I put this out there, so it's my responsibility. I will go and talk to Blue with you about the situation, and you know, I'll be there, because yes, you're right, I did put it out there. And Nova didn't get it. It was like, that's not the point, Nova, because even let's say we don't talk about this right now, because she was like, don't worry, no one's gonna Blue won't find out, we won't say anything. He was like, Nova, you wrote it in a book for the world to see. All it takes is one parent to go and read it, their kids overhear it, and now my son's being made fun of in school. Come on. And the funny part is Ralph Angel doesn't even know how bad it really is. That's the crazy part. Ralph Angel doesn't even know how bad it really gets. Because Aunt Vi, Hollywood was talking to Ralph Angel and Charlie, trying to figure out how we're going to squash the book. Aunt Vi saw that, so they distracted Aunt Vi. But Aunt Vi said, I know that you're lying to me, Hollywood. So Hollywood eventually tells her that, okay, the book. And she was like, I know that there's family secrets out there. I'm mentally prepared. And he said, no, you're not. It's worse than what you think it is. There's stuff about you in the book. And so then she had this look of, she then read the book. Or at least she started to read the book. And when she read the book, that's when she realized that Nova essentially talked about how, like I said, Aunt Vi, really this strong, accomplished black woman who exhibited none of those signs until recently, when she was going through the emotionally and physically abusive relationship with her husband, Jimmy. I said, so I felt Ralph Angel when he said to Nova, when he was telling Nova, what are you thinking? That is like, if we didn't have the same parents, I would call you a son of a bitch. Ooh. And through whatever it was that hit the pictures. Oh my gosh. And then the publicist tell Nova that, no, it's okay, it's fine. And the publicist tell Ralph Angel how his story was so heartbreaking and so inspiring. Because that's what Nova was trying to say to Ralph Angel, and then to Charlie. Tried to tell Charlie that, because Charlie came over, and Charlie knocked like she was the police. I said, what? No. I said, it's going down. Charlie wanted to fight. And Charlie's whole thing was, I'm basically a light-skinned sister who went and messed up the relationship with your parents, whose mom was the cause of messing up a relationship with your parents. And I had all the privilege in the world, and I protect men instead of standing up for women. And I I endorse rape culture by standing by her standing by her ex-husband and paying off the prostitute and all this stuff. And so Novo's trying to say, yeah, but I at the end of the day, I put myself in there as well, as how, because she was selling weed, she got too sweet, a really innocent good kid, put in jail, incarcerated. And so it's like, I'm laying myself out too. First of all, did you put about the married white man that you were sleeping with? And the reason why it matters that he was white is because of the fact that she made mention about Charlie being half black, half white. So I said, Nova, no matter what you put in there about yourself, it's nothing compared to the rest of your family. The rest of your family got torn apart. And yes, congratulations, they're going to be prime examples of symbolic examples of other stuff going on. Beautiful, perfect, great for you, but for them, they have to go and live with the fact that now people know things about them that they shouldn't have known. Possibly business stuff will be messed up because of what you put in there, and you're like, all the secrets need to be put out there. And I thought that she's gonna say, but this family needs to heal because of the secrets. No, she basically said, we need to be an example of a real American family that goes through stuff, and so that we can home and help other people. I said, but what about your own family? What about us? What about us? I hate that when people are like, oh, we need to do this and that. You're right. But what about us? What about us? If the foundation is crooked, messed up, nothing else matters. Sorry, it doesn't. So anything else that I missed, I don't care. Because Nova, again, for the second episode, for the second time, wanting people, make sure you read the whole thing. No, because Hollywood even talks about how Darla's in the book, and how when he found Darla, and when he found Blue in that hotel room and took them out of there in that shed, wherever they were, and I said, you put all that in there. Darla's recovering addict. Blue is a little child. Ralph Angel is finally having a little bit of peace. Charlie is finally having a little bit of happiness with a good man. Micah's finally slowly getting over what happened to him. I guess not really. And then the stuff with nope. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other channel, Romie Whispers ASMR. No.